Hello everybody, my name is Captain Amit Bhandari. I've heard so much news of the 22 people who lost their lives in the Nasik hospital. I thought it's all happening to other people and we could not feel those emotions until another friend of ours called up and actually talked about how her father was dying because of lack of oxygen and that every minute how he was suffering. It just took me to that situation on how the families must have felt of those 22 people when they see their own father, mother, or brothers or sisters dying, or worst case scenario, their children dying with suffocation. Have you ever felt how it feels to be breathless? I have sometimes woken up feeling breathless and it was so real. I cannot even imagine that feeling of actually feeling breathless, and imagine your family member dying in front of your eyes, losing breath, and there's nothing you can do, and they're just shouting and taking your name. At such times I feel that I can never forgive those people who have brought this situation. I cannot forgive China. I cannot forgive the government. I cannot forgive those people in the hospital who have made the mistake that the oxygen has leaked. I cannot forgive those people who have resulted in that fire in the hospital where so many COVID patients died. That lethargy of our doctors. They all need to be punished. This government is not doing enough. This is how I felt, and this is how I feel. And then suddenly I started wondering, has the humanity totally been lost? Maybe not. Because maybe I failed to see that maybe the people working in the hospitals, they are also overworked. Maybe their own family died in that COVID. Maybe their own son is lying somewhere in a COVID hospital and these people are being forced to still work. Maybe the government jobs don't give them enough credits. Maybe they are also financially so down and they're wondering and having that stress of their own family and their own family lying in a bed. Maybe the government is doing a lot and our own Prime Minister is lack of sleep with what is going on. Is it possible? Is it possible? I thought to myself that maybe it's possible. Maybe the government is not getting enough credit or gratitude to run such a big country and every corner is going through hell together. Then I decided that I will start doing what I need to do. And I felt that the government can do what it can do. Maybe the government can put an inquiry on whoever is responsible for the incidents, but that is not going to help the situation now. Maybe the government needs to just ensure enough oxygen is reaching the right hospitals. Maybe the government needs to ensure that there is a body who come together and they inquire and check all the government hospitals or private hospitals to ensure that no such leakage happens again. We have to learn from our mistakes. Maybe the government needs to ensure that the vaccinations are reaching out and ensure the implementation of our rules. In our country, the biggest problem is not the rules. The problem is implementation of our rules. In the meanwhile, I decided this is what the government can do, and I hope they do this by sharing of this message. But I decided what I am going to do. If I have lost somebody, I am going to go through that grief. I'm not going to deny that grief, and I will cry. I will cry for all those I have lost. I will cry for all those who are in the hospital. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to take some rational steps. I'm going to take steps that enough physical distancing is happening while this is going on. I am wearing the mask. I will ensure that I sanitize wherever I go, even when I'm going for the vaccination. I'm ensuring I do that. I'm ensuring that I make sure that my family is safe. That is how everybody will ensure their family is safe. I will ensure that the paperwork and my TPAs, my insurances are in place. I will ensure that my numbers with me are available for emergencies. I will ensure that the hospitals around me that I know that I can reach out immediately during an emergency in the night or anytime. I will ensure that I understand what are the symptoms of COVID and ensure that I take regular steam. These are the things which are in my control and I will do. I will ensure that I take my supplements. I will ensure that I will do my pranayams and I will ensure that my body remains healthy. When I am fit, I will take care of the people close to me. When I am fit and the people close to me are fit, I will ensure that I take care of every other person around me who is a friend, who is a well-wisher, and the government workers and the people on the front line. When all that is taken care of, we can ensure that our country can remain fit and we can all fight this pandemic. Because this is an internal war. This COVID is something we cannot see. And we have to ensure we fight this hidden enemy just like we have won over the terrorists. And we have done a very good job, and thanks to the government and thanks to all the people who are supporting it. We are all one. I thank you all for standing by and do whatever little you can to help each other in this COVID times. Jai Hind, and hats off to all the front workers and our doctors and everybody who is taking care of all of us around. Thank you so much. Stay together, wear your mask and use sanitizer, wash your hands. Spread this message to maximum number of people so that we can all hold each other's hand and stand by, because this time shall also pass and we will come out healthy and looking great and smiling again.